prayer today is about Memorial Day. This next Monday is Memorial Day. Dear Lord, as we remember those who have made the ultimate sacrifice for the freedoms that we enjoy every day, we think of how they follow in their footsteps of your Son and Savior, Jesus Christ. Please hold our servicemen and women in your strong arms, cover them with your sheltered grace and your presence as they stand in the gap for our protection. We also remember the families of our troops. We ask your unique blessings to fill their homes as we pray for your peace, provision, and strength as we fill their lives. May the members of our armed forces be supplied with courage to face each day, and may that trust in the Lord's mighty power to accomplish each task. Let our military brothers and sisters feel our love and support. In the name of Jesus Christ, amen. Jerry, you want to start us out with number 1? Oh.
He doesn't have anything today.
Oh, you don't have anything?
It's meeting minutes for the 20th.
Okay. The Commissioner's Office is requesting the Board approve and execute the minutes of the meeting April 20th.
Make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Spudler.
Aye.
Commissioner Levesque. Commissioner DeWart.
Yes. The Commissioner's Office is requesting the Board approve and execute the minutes of the meeting of April 27th, 2021.
Second.
Commissioner Spudler.
Aye.
Commissioner DeWart.
Yes. April.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing? Good. So today's financials include an appropriations transfer to the sheriff for miscellaneous reimbursement checks that were deposited into the general fund, and a supplemental from the auditor's office and the computer equipment improvements fund for upcoming purchases for website work, new antivirus software, physical and cloud data storage projects. Cash transfers include one from the Commissioner's Office and the General Fund for reimbursement of the REA fund for tax map and draftsman salaries that were paid out of that fund and should have been paid out of the General Fund. Cash transfers from the General Fund to 911 program for the rest of their 2021 funding. Among the encumbrances are a couple of then and nows from the Juvenile Court to Ohio Alcohol Monitoring Systems, LLC, for monitoring services not previously encumbered, and one from Water Resources to Valley Fork Truck for a 2021 F-150 4x4 extended cab, which is replacing a 2008 Chevy Colorado. Among the vouchers are $66,640 from the Auditor's Office to Wolfert Incorporated for updated aerial views of properties in the counties of Real-Link. $74,287.98 from the Commissioner's Office to Then Design for architectural planning for the new county office building. $152,776 from the Sheriff's Office for 4 new 2021 Chevy Tahoe replacement patrol vehicles. And finally, a revenue certification from Transit and their Transportation Capital Fund for additional monies received in 2021.
Make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Spudler.
Aye.
Commissioner Levesque.
Yeah.
Commissioner DeWart.
Yes.
Thank you.
Very much.
Thank you. Destination Jago.
Hello.
Good morning.
I just wanted to introduce myself.
Hi.
I'm Kathy Schember,
How are you?
and I am the Business Development Office Manager for Destination Jaga. I'm not here for money. I just want to meet you guys, build a bond, and support each other. And we appreciate what you guys do for us. And I gave you each our map. That's something that we did this year instead of the visitor's guide, because so many were no good last year because of COVID.
Right.
We wasted a huge amount of money in printing and designing it to have it go in the trash. Broke my heart.
So, how, not to interrupt, but your revenue, coming from the bed taxes, right? I would imagine that's been severely impacted, correct? No.
It's been down,
Yeah.
but, because we lost Red Maple, and, Punderson's been doing a great job,
Yeah.
but they're pretty much the only one that's in the
Okay.
county that's contributing.
Mhm.
But we came up with the map idea, and it's been, I come here once a month and make sure you have plenty out there.
Mhm.
It's been a huge success. We're getting ready to print the next version of it. We had 159 members, and we're down to 136. Some of them were not good members, but I've gotten some, I came to Destination Jaga February 8th. And
Of
so, of
This year?
this year, yeah. I used to be the treasurer
Yeah.
for the organization, and I came to the board and said, we haven't done anything for our members, and we've got to give them some love. So I've been, if you see me out and about, I'm handing out love.
I know they used to do tours, right? There were some tours that they put together and go from business to business. Are they, any of those in the
We're
plans?
planning a
Yeah.
scavenger hunt.
Mhm.
What we used to do, a few years ago, we did the Spring Drive It Yourself tour.
Mhm.
And because of COVID, we just,
Yeah,
we couldn't do it.
been interrupted, yeah.
So, but we're looking at doing a scavenger hunt and go from that point. But, any questions for me?
I know that Red Maple Inn used to do the Amish tour. Is anybody picked up on that?
I'm not,
Okay.
no one has, yeah.
Because right now, a lot of ideas are, for events are happening since it's, opening up.
Right.
With no
Right.
mask outside and things like
Right.
that, so I'm sure a lot of good ideas are
Right.
going to come down the pike, so.
Right. And I can check with Gina and see, because she works in the office right next to me, how they did it and what, possibly could take that over
Okay.
and do something on that. I don't have a van, but I can rent a bus.
There you go.
There we go.
Yeah,
But-
that's what they used to do, was run a bus.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But,
Okay.
No, good. I know, I'm sure it's been difficult, somewhat your hands have been probably tied here for the last
Well,
few months, but
They have, but we didn't do a whole lot because we just, none of our members were doing anything.
Right.
And so it kind of left us up in the air. But
get some buy-in, yeah.
Exactly,
Mhm.
exactly. I'm hoping to make a difference.
Get that going, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, if there's anything we can do to help you,
Okay.
please don't hesitate to ask.
Okay. Again, I'm not here for money.
No.
Just want you to know. For myself. I'm still in denial.
Oh, yeah, no doubt, yeah, tough every day.
But that's all I wanted. And
Thanks for stopping.
we are doing the Maple Splash that's in Burton on the 3rd, and we will do the commissioner's booth.
Excellent.
So
Sounds
Great.
good.
That's a done deal. It's,
I'll be there.
Yeah,
Okay.
oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Have a
Thank you
good
so
day.
much.
Thanks for coming.
It was nice to meet you,
Yeah.
Jim. And
Thank you.
Ralph,
Yeah,
it's
nice to
good
meet
see
you.
Jim, it's good to see you too.
Bye.
Bye,
Take care.
Christie.
County engineer.
Morning.
Good morning.
This is the second phase for our levy. We came through a few weeks back. This part follows the auditor certified what the revenue would be for this renewal. We received it, and Kristen has a copy of it. From this point, I believe it goes on to the Board of Elections to
Mhm.
review everything, and then it would be on the November ballots.
November.
Yeah, it's just a formality. It's a renewal, it's not an increase. It's
Yeah.
5-year, it's not.
And this has been on your, beginning when, 2008 or something?
Since the 80s.
Oh, since the 80s,
Yeah,
okay,
it's the
sorry.
same, yeah, the same amount since the
Yeah.
80s,
Yeah.
2.5.
And this is a pretty important part of your budget
Oh,
every year.
absolutely. This is
Yeah.
what we use for all the improvement projects. It brings
Mhm.
in about 3.4 million a year. And as you know, we've talked about it.
Yep.
Just Washington Street alone is
That's
estimated
right.
almost $3 million. So
Right.
what do you do? We have to pave about 20 miles of road a year in order to keep up, just maintain where we're at right now. And that doesn't include bridge replacements and so
Mhm.
forth. So this is obviously pretty huge to what we do. And anyhow, public works money we can stack on and we use this also.
You guys do a good job at that,
Yeah,
yeah.
we do well in this county.
Yeah. And good relation with ODOT too, and.
Oh, yeah, yeah. We partner well with them.
Mhm.
Good
Very
job,
good.
just where we're at.
Yeah, you're doing a great job, we appreciate it.
I'll make that motion.
Second?
Commissioner Spillier.
Aye.
Commissioner Arnold.
Yes.
Commissioner Ward.
Yes.
And that was for 5 and 6 days.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Joe.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, Joe.
Shane will cover it. The next. Yeah, I got it.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
How are you?
Good. Item 7 on the agenda is for the ordering of the plans for Bass Lake Road, County Highway 23, Sections A through C. And as Joe mentioned, part of our program is including resurfacing of roads. And we've done so well this year, surprisingly under the pricing index and inflation that we've been seeing. We had enough money left over to add another project. This was actually planned for spring of next year, and we expedited it, so we're going to go ahead and, pending your approval, resurface Bass Lake from 87 up to Butternut.
Very good. Are you seeing the impact yet with the asphalt prices? I mean,
No.
in the bids?
No.
With the oil? No.
No, really, we kind of anticipated that. It kept our pricing estimates a little bit on the higher side, expecting to see some of that reflected, and we've been really happy to see favorable numbers both on county level and for most of our township projects. They've been coming in at or below our estimates. So
Great. Okay.
this would put us out to bid on Thursday of this week, and bids would open on June 16th, 2 p.m.
What's the estimated cost?
$575,000.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Spillier?
Aye.
Aye.
Commissioner DeWort?
Yes.
Excellent. Thanks.
Thank you.
Ma'am?
Have a good one, Shane.
Good morning, Joe.
Good morning.
Department of Region. Good. You're up there.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So we are, as I said last week, we're planning to open our senior centers on the 7th of June. Because of this, we do need to fill 2 full-time vacancies. They are replacement positions for recreation and education assistants. One person retired, and another person was promoted and left and went to the health department. So we're looking to fill those positions full-time, and they'll remain posted until filled.
Very good.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Spillier?
Aye.
Aye.
Yes.
And Commissioner Lennon, I have some information for you if I catch you after the meeting.
Oh, okay.
Question you
Yeah.
asked me, I hate to give guesstimates on information.
Oh, I know.
I love the full
Yep.
report, so.
Yep. Thank you. I appreciate
Thanks.
that.
Thanks for coming in.
Morning.
Good morning, Marty.
Morning.
Good.
Got some projects for us?
Morning.
So you brought Dave with you.
Yeah, Dr. Dave. The World Support. So we're here to request permission to advertise for bids for the Maple Leaf Residence Project. Bids will be opened on Wednesday, June 16th, 2:30 p.m. And notice of this bid opening will be advertised in May 27th edition of the Maple Leaf paper and on the county website.
So can you just touch on what that project's going to entail?
This project is installation of fire suppression hoods in multiple residences, the Maple Leaf community residences, and basically that'll help. It's a safety issue.
Yep. Okay, very good. And do you have the approximate, or the estimate on that? What you
The
believe?
estimate is right around 70,000.
It's like 18.
18 different properties. Pretty good bang for the buck.
Very good. Okay.
Is there a motion?
Did you want to hear any more of them?
Oh.
I mean, just, was there
This
anything
one
that
is
you wanted
separate
to-
from the rest of them,
Okay.
so we
Yeah,
can do
10
this one
through
first and then
14
the rest.
go together.
So I'll make that motion.
Okay, second.
Commissioner Spillier?
Aye.
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner DeWort?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Great.
So items 10 through 14 are all connected, and this is all part of staffing and structuring and updating the organizational chart to reflect the changes, I think, to the job descriptions that are necessary to run the department today. So we've been working with Jerry, Kathy, and Mary, and what we've come up with here is a revision to the office coordinator, regrading it and renumbering it. That's item number 10. And number 11 is the creation of a project manager job position, effectively replaces the program administrator that we had previously. And that's an upgrade to that position as well. Then item 13 is the organizational chart, which has all of these changes reflected in it.
No.
12 is the order chart. Sorry, Jake.
What did I say, 11?
No, you said
13.
13.
Yeah.
So
Slow
12.
down, Dave.
12 is the org chart.
Okay.
13 is requesting permission to advertise for the office coordinator, and 14 is requesting permission to advertise for the project manager.
So,
Sorry if I'm going too fast.
so, I mean, okay, so we're adding how many positions?
Well, we actually,
Or just-
we're changing the program administrator to a project manager, and the office coordinator, we're simply regrading, so it's not really effectively adding.
In the overall scheme, we're not adding anybody more than we have had in the past. It's just we hadn't filled the office coordinator position previously.
Okay,
And we're amending the program coordinator because it seemed.
because we lost the
what we're-
office, or
Yeah, we lost the program
Office.
coordinator, or program coordinator just recently.
Yeah.
And the office coordinator was a while ago.
Okay,
So we were looking to get back to where that was, but also make adjustments, because what we're finding is program coordinator, once it gets into the actual projects going forward, that's where we're losing them, because it's not something that's in their wheelhouse.
Okay.
So what we're looking to do is do more project manager that would be used to these type of projects that are going on.
so will this be able to keep
Big
somebody busy
documents.
year-round, the
Yes.
project manager?
Yes, because
Huh?
they'll still have the project coordinator role
Mhm.
too, it just will be in there.
Okay.
And effectively, we're looking for more projects as well.
Hmm.
That's his-
Okay.
As well as the state is looking to change this program to be more bigger projects, so
So-
instead of these small.
What'll change for you then?
I will, with the project manager, I'll be able to help assist with all the projects that we're doing. So we have 4 that are still remaining for the 2019 grant. And then going forward, we'll be bringing a new grant application to you. There's going to be 6 new projects there, so I'll be assisting on that.
I know your question. It allows Marty to develop grants.
Okay.
And it's one thing we want to do beyond what you've been seeing out of this department
Right,
for the last
okay.
several years. We want to develop more grants.
Yep.
And then the project manager effectively manages those grants,
Okay.
manages the projects. The construction manager in the field visits the sites, does the prevailing wage, all that necessary in the field type of work. So we're looking to hire more experience. I think that'll help
I
us
see.
keep the people in the position.
I see.
Well, with the state stating that they want to do bigger projects, will there be more funds to do bigger projects, or about the same amount of funds in the
It's a
future?
tough question to answer, because I think they're reallocating funds, and that's an issue that we have to be very careful with. They're moving money around. So and when they said this, Jim, it was in the early stages of the pandemic, when there was great anticipation of revenue going down.
That's true.
But I think we've overcome that now, so it's good, I think, that they took a moratorium on it and gave it another year to see how things pan out, see how the revenue's gonna pan out.
In the grant process, it's a 2-year program, right?
That's right, the cycles are 2 years. I think they'll stay on a 2-year with the larger project.
So do you have, currently, do you have an office coordinator right now?
No.
So you guys are just, yeah, right, okay.
Just
two
these two
good-looking
guys.
Yeah.
Get away through
Yeah.
it.
And the office coordinator position will free up some of Dave's time.
Oh, absolutely.
Some of the stuff
I mean, he
he's doing
should
right
be
now is
doing that
community
anyway.
economic development stuff instead of economic development.
Yeah, I mean, being out and about in the community, yeah, yeah. Okay.
I'll make that motion.
Okay.
Is that for 10 through 14?
Yes.
Okay.
Or through 25.
We got no-
Do I have a second?
Second.
Commissioner Spiller?
Aye.
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner DeWort?
Yes.
Make me overwhelmed.
Thanks for explaining everything.
See you, Dave.
Can't skip over Jay.
Trying to help you guys out.
Good morning, everyone.
Good.
Great to see you. So, we're here today to ask for the commissioners to recognize the month of June as Elder Abuse Awareness Month. As you know, we've asked you guys to do this, for a number of years. And we provided a resolution that either I can read or if you want to read into the record. But we really feel this is very important, especially even now after coming out of a pandemic, which, as everyone knows, really impacted our seniors, but also impacted the ability to lay eyes on our seniors the same way as we saw the impact of children and child abuse referral numbers. So we're happy to see that things are opening up, and hopefully we can have people in the community lay more eyes on seniors to be able to report those concerns, just because we know isolation and things of that nature can wreak havoc, on that population. And so we just really want to put forth the message to report any concerns, that you have with respect to our seniors to JFS, so we can help respond and take care of those concerns.
What do your numbers look like as compared to years past as far as reporting goes?
They're pretty consistent.
Yeah.
We had 125 in 2020, and then this year so far we've had 47. So they're pretty consistent with what we've done in the past. A little lower,
But I mean, that's kind of, again, that was the case with Children's Services numbers as well. Just because you don't have the teachers out there, we're thankful that Department of Aging still had, Meals on Wheels going out there. But just in general, people stay at home, and when you're isolated and when you're, just not having as much congregation and people coming over to check in because they don't want to spread the virus and things of that nature. We expected that.
So we had a discussion this morning in the Planning Commission meeting related to our plan, and Department of Aging was there touching on a couple subjects, and we were talking about reporting and how those are generated. And does a lot of your referrals come from the Department of Aging then, or is it directly from them, or does it come from, say,
they can come from
anywhere?
Yeah, I mean, especially I think it was a year or two ago, also the statute for mandated reporters for elder abuse increased as well. So, I mean, it could come from a bank teller.
Yeah.
It can come from places, if you have, a younger person going along with a senior to the bank and they're making some strange, what appear to be strange transactions.
Or like the EMS they'll call if there's their police or fire.
It can come from anyone, but the Department of Aging does a great job of,
referring
if they have a concern because they're in there as well.
I think it actually goes both ways. I mean, there'll be times that we'll get referrals that don't quite meet criteria, and maybe they just need some supportive services, and so we'll reach out to Department on Aging to see if it's something that they can help with. So it's a good relationship.
A neighbor, it can, it really can be, anyone that has a concern.
Do you ever get a whistleblower call from someone that works at a nursing home?
We've gotten a couple things where it's been, where we've had to look at like the care that someone has received in the nursing home. Now, it depends on what the size of the nursing home is, if that's us or if it actually, I can never say the words at the end.
Ombudsman?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, just a second.
Well, he has a law degree.
I don't know why, it's it's one of those words that I just can't say.
Yeah.
But, so sometimes we have to refer to them. But yeah, we do that, and like Craig said, the pool of mandated reporters has increased, and that was before the pandemic, so we had done a lot of outreach before that just to let them know that they were mandated reporters, and so that has helped, and really the banks with the exploitation, some of those rules changed, and so that has been a huge.
Do you have
piece of
any
it, too.
statistics for Geauga County that are related to those cases, and as far as, I don't know if it would go into detail as far as what their situation is, like their housing situation by any chance, or is it?
Like to know if they're.
Or these are just straight up abuse statistics, or?
Abuse,
I would say
exploitation.
if you want a statistic like that, it's going to be like a hand counted statistic. It's not something that we would necessarily keep. I may be able to pull something like that from one of our systems, but more than likely it would be us going back in to see. Like if you're wanting to, like, are you wanting to know like the makeup of the home, or if they're in their own home versus like a nursing home?
Well, both. We were trying to get some information related to our planning in our overall comprehensive plan, but we were trying to get some more information, detailed information on housing for seniors and, the more or less I guess it would be the low income housing for the seniors. We were trying
we
to
know that
identify.
that's
If you want to bring
definitely
some
needed.
in,
No, I mean, we were just trying to see what is
the need.
the need is.
Oh, housing is a
Yeah.
huge
Yeah,
need
I would echo
for
that.
seniors.
Mhm.
I mean, that is something that we're always
Mm-hmm.
looking for. We actually, we're just getting an allocation from the state. It's to help with COVID-related issues, but one of the things that we've talked about is definitely things we can do with
Mhm.
housing, or even just bringing services in to maintain them in their own housing, because, that's
Right.
a lot of people's desires too, but then they need extra services in order to make that happen, and it's hard to find funding for that, and they are not always able to do it. And so trying to figure out some of those things.
Yeah.
So if there's specifics that you want, either you guys can reach out or Jessica can reach out, and we'll see what we
Yeah,
can
we were just trying to
pull
wrap our
together.
head around, because we hear it all the time, there's a need for senior housing. Well, give me some numbers.
Well, an
Is
example,
it
like-
hundreds or thousands, or what is it? We were trying to get
Right.
a grasp
Yeah,
on
like
it.
a grasp on it.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't think it would be in the thousands.
No, but I don't want to
you know.
guess. I don't want to
Yeah,
guess.
I agree. Yeah,
But we hear it from, their planners, they're telling, they say, we hear it all the time. It's kind of like the catchphrase, like transportation. We hear
Right.
it all the time.
Well, it's a lot of times, and we realize it's the same people, like I said, or the same
Yeah.
population that need it. Yes, the need for them to have it is huge,
Mhm.
but the number may not be all that high.
Huge,
But
right.
what we do see, and understandably so, is Geauga has a lot of proud homeowners that have been in their home for they paid it off. They're 30, 40 years. And it's probably too big for them, but they don't want to leave,
Mhm.
and they can't take care of it. Their body.
A lot of that is hidden information because everybody wants to stay in their house as long as they can.
Uh-huh.
And you can't really capture that,
But
that data.
Exactly, and what it's
I'll
hard
see
for.
what we can pull together.
And then oftentimes the home becomes neglected, and then oftentimes
Yeah.
people end up hoarding things, and it kind of becomes a problem, and they don't want to leave. A lot of
Right.
people don't want to leave, even if it's their apartment or their home, they don't want to go into a
Yeah.
nursing home.
I know it's off the subject a little bit, but we were just trying to get a grasp on it and also just identify what the inventory is out there for, affordable alternatives to saying, so we're trying to figure that out. But, I don't know if, Jessica, I know is going to try and look into it further to get a little
Yeah, I
more
pulled some
clarity.
information.
Yeah.
And just like Gina and Craig, I can tell you how many people our social workers meet with, but I have to read 1,500 individual progress notes to say what did they talk about
Yeah, sure.
specifically. We don't necessarily extract, we talked about going to a nursing home, talked about housing, but, what we mentioned this morning at the planning commission was that often, not able to maintain a household, mobility issues, self-neglect, sometimes they all tie in to one another.
Right.
Good, okay, good. Well, we may be contacting soon,
Okay.
to see
Yeah, I'll have them
follow
see what
up.
they
I
can
don't
do.
have it.
Yeah.
It's down there.
Oh, I have it.
Resolution?
Oh, yeah.
Yep, I gave it to you.
I already
Okay.
have
A
it.
motion on 15.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Mr. Spiller.
Thank you. Second.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
See you.
What, have you heard any more about the youth center?
Yeah, a little bit. I
Yeah.
can give you a call later if you want me to update you.
No, I was just
How you
curious.
doing?
Good, guys.
We got the grant and we're matching it, and we'd like to do more than that.
Any plans?
Great.
Not yet,
No.
but we will include you in all that.
Okay.
So,
Good.
thank you.
Good morning, Glenn.
Morning, how y'all doing?
Wonderful.
Great. Trying to be proactive here. So, we got some retirees, we got some, the other folks leaving the department due to pregnancy or whatever. So, I wish I could say that. So, looking at the org chart, going through it and the whole works. So basically with Hannah and everything, so doing some things. So the first one's to do a job description for that position. The second one is to reorg the org chart and to add also a communications clerk to help out with all the new folks and everything. So,
What do you mean?
the communications clerk will be a part-time person. They'll also fill in for the phone operator and the mailroom folks. So, and that's 16 and 17.
All right, I'll make a motion.
Have you gone over this, Jerry?
Yeah, I've worked with them on this.
Okay.
This is really just planning for what's coming down the road in the next few months.
There's some retirees coming in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Try to get them in before they leave, so you
Correct.
have at least a little bit of cross-training.
Little overlap, yeah.
Good idea. Okay, second?
Like I said, proactive.
Yep.
So,
Clarify which numbers are we
We're doing 15, 16, 17, right?
16 and
Or,
17.
I mean, 16, 17.
Okay.
Sorry.
Commissioner Spudler?
Aye.
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner Ward?
Yes. Now, 18, Glenn?
18 and 19 is the permission to advertise for those two positions.
So 18 and 19 are together.
I'll make a motion on that.
Second?
Commissioner Spudler?
Aye.
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner Ward?
Yes.
All right, y'all have a good day.
Yeah, you
Okay.
too.
Enjoy
Thanks, Glenn.
Memorial Day.
Yep, you do the
So,
same. Joanna was not able to make it, so she contacted me to see if I would cover this. This is just to increase the part-time drivers. She's currently got 2 out there, so to advertise for 2 more. Because
She's got 2 hires coming.
yeah, as it's picking up, bus rides are picking up.
Needs more.
She wants to make sure she has enough drivers to fill in. 'Cause
Good.
Because they're part-time, they're not sitting around waiting for, she's calling them in.
All right. I'll make a motion.
I'll second that.
Commissioner Spudler?
Aye.
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner Ward?
Yes. 21, water resources. You need help getting out of that chair?
I'm like, notice I sat in the army chair, not this Navy chair.
Oh, jeez.
So we have one item today, and that's requesting the board approve and authorize Mr. Dvorak as a member of the board and chief executive officer to execute the OPWC Commission disbursement request form and certification number 3 for the Chardon Township Sewer Project in the amount of $255,000.
So moved. Second?
Commissioner Spudler?
Aye.
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner Ward?
Yes.
Good. Thank you, sir. That was easy.
Anything
How
else?
are you doing?
No?
Doing okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Dvorak, on behalf of the veterans in the county for what you did last Friday.
Yeah, it was very successful. We raised almost 11,000
That's great.
for the Jeep now.
Yeah.
Good deal. How many Jeeps do you have, Jim?
135.
Wow.
That's awesome.
It was good.
You didn't tear up any dirt trails, did you?
No,
No off-roading?
no, the ground was really dry. Some Jeeps parked on the grass and everything. It was pretty neat.
Oh, good. Good. That's a good cause.
Jerry, 22?
Yes, next item is payment number 7 for Donley's in the amount of $1,356,669.29.
Excellent.
Make that motion.
Second?
Commissioner Spudler?
Aye.
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner Ward?
Yes. Okay, number 23? Yeah.
This is a resolution honoring Detective Don Seaman on being named the 2020 Law Enforcement Officer of the Year. Whereas the Jog County Bar Association annually presents a Law Enforcement Officer of the Year award during their Law Day to an officer that has demonstrated a distinct pattern of community service along with professional achievement. And whereas Jog County Sheriff Scott Hildebrand nominated Detective Don Seaman for his perseverance and dedication to finding the family members of the newborn baby that had been found deceased on Sidley Road in Thompson in March of 1993. Named as Jaga's child. Detective Don Seaman's focus and hard work led to the discovery of the parents of Jaga's child and the confession of the mother who left him alongside Sidley Road, ultimately solving a 25-year-old case. Whereas Detective Don Seaman has been a member of law enforcement for over 22 years, having been with the Jog County Sheriff's Office since 2014. His leadership and hard work reflects the dedication that law enforcement officers give every day to serve and protect our families, our community, and our county. Now therefore be it resolved that the Jog County Board of Commissioners do hereby honor Detective Don Seaman on being named the 2020 Law Enforcement Officer of the Year by the Jog County Bar Association.
I'll make that motion.
Second?
Commissioner Spudler?
Aye.
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner Ward?
Yes.
Is that?
He's not here.
Don couldn't make it today.
Don couldn't make it.
Special assignment.
Sheriff, you'll get it to him? Yep.
Kathy is here.
The nice thing about this award was not only did I nominate him, but also prosecutor nominated me for
Okay.
that. So, I mean, it's nice to have someone from the outside also bragging about it.
Absolutely.
You know, it's a year late because of the COVID, but
Yeah.
it was well deserved.
Sure.
So you think it was before he passed away or after?
He arrested him before he was the first one I called.
Yeah, that's all,
He
yeah.
arrested him, he was so excited.
Yeah, very cool.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. It's great work. Great work on all the departments.
I agree. Although it hasn't gone to trial yet, it still was a fantastic work.
Yeah.
Either way.
Morning, Kathy. How are you?
Good morning.
This is a resolution honoring Lieutenant Kathy Rose on being named the 2021 Law Enforcement Officer of the Year. Whereas the Jog County Bar Association annually presents a Law Enforcement Officer of the Year award during their law day to an officer that has demonstrated a distinct pattern of community service along with professional achievement. Whereas Jog County Public Defender R. Robert Umholt nominated Lieutenant Kathy Rose and the entire Jog County Sheriff's Office Corrections Division staff for their hard work and dedication during the COVID-19 pandemic that included to formulate and execute a plan which limited physical contact and minimized the risk of exposure, all while maintaining a safe, orderly, and dignified environment for incarcerated members of society. Whereas Lieutenant Kathy Rose has been with the Jog County Sheriff's Office since 1991, and her, along with the Corrections Division staff, are dedicated, hardworking law enforcement officers that give of themselves every day to serve and protect our families, our community, and our county. Now therefore be it resolved that the Jog County Board of Commissioners do hereby and honor Lieutenant Kathy Rose on behalf of the Jog County Division staff on being named the 2021 Law Enforcement Officer of the Year by the Jog County Bar Association.
This is a national award, so let's give her a round of applause.
This is another example of someone from the outside that nominated her. And not only her, but the entire correction staff have done a fantastic job during this COVID thing. It's not been easy because of the changes that had to be made. And they've all done a great job. And just as a side note, this is the second time Kathy's won.
Yeah. 1991, huh? I was just graduating high school. Oh, thank you very much. No, you.
It is because of the staff. I mean, they're amazing.
Yeah. Well, you do have a good staff, but I know I've been down through there, and you've taken me through on tours, and you know, you run a tight ship there. You know, but I think people, like you said, you do it in a respectful way, and we're fortunate to have you here and the way you run that jail. So thank you.
They're the ones that make me look good.
That's right. That's right. Surround yourself with good people. Yeah.
Is there a motion, please?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Spudler?
Aye.
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner Board?
Yes. We'd like to present this over here. Congratulations.
Nope.
Thanks for ready looking.
Great. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yep. Thank you so much.
Good work.
Yep. Appreciate it. Yeah. Great.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
One more.
One more. Something else.
Yeah, the sheriff has one more. He
Oh,
has an
okay.
item on the agenda today.
No more awards.
You only get 2 yeses.
Oh, you want money?
This is from, this is a grant for the Violence Against Women's Act. This is Deputy Robert Taylor, who has been doing that job for several years. And I might add that she just received a national award for what she does. In fact, tomorrow we're going down to Columbus for the senators to give her a resolution and recognition of the great job they do. So we've got a lot of good employees down there. I'm very proud of them.
That's excellent. Is that a statewide thing, award there?
Yeah, I don't know, I'm not sure what.
Yeah.
Senator O'Brien, Senator Serino invited us down.
Oh, good. Okay.
So you'll be at the State House then?
Right.
Okay. Excellent. Excellent.
Nice. I'll make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Spudler?
Aye.
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner Board?
Yes.
The only other thing I have, I'm sure you've seen it, we've got the training trailer out here that we just put in service. The truck is in for a recall, so Sergeant Johnovich had to bring his own truck to tow it up here. But,
Okay.
we welcome you guys to come out and take a look at it and practice with it. And as you know, it was all paid for with CARES money, and you get an opportunity to see what your money bought, and we appreciate the fact that we were able to do this. Is going to help us out, and the entire county. We tend to bring this to the
Other
different police
departments.
departments.
Yeah.
And we brought it to the police chiefs meeting the other day and showed them.
Excellent.
And, some of the other ones that tried, Steve Patton was in there and tried it, and the judge.
Nice. Now, this is to help with situational time awareness, or how, what's the?
It's kind of a decision-making thing.
Yeah.
Training.
And I think once you go through it, you're going to realize how fast you have to make that decision.
Right.
And you know,
Under stress.
after an incident, they can spend 2 years analyzing everything you did in a matter of seconds.
Mhm.
But the other nice thing about this is it's got programs that relate to the corrections division too.
Mhm.
So the corrections officers can use, whether it's you know, it's non-lethal, but it's correction settings,
Mhm.
and it'll be good training for them also. So that was one of the things when we bought it, that we wanted to make sure that it would service both the corrections and the law enforcement.
Sure.
And I think this is just going to be a great asset for the county.
That's great. Now, is there any other units like that around town, or?
The state used to have one, but
Mhm.
they, you know, OPADA and some of the other ones have scaled down so much that they're not doing it. So this is the only one. We used to, several years ago, every couple of years, we'd rent one to come in. But because of the COVID, it fit that criteria that there's only 1 or 2 people inside, and this was a great opportunity to do this, and we use this for years to come.
Would you be able to rent this thing at all, or is it more just? I mean, not for the
You
drug.
need to get someone to rent one to come in?
Well,
No, to rent it out.
Rent it out to other
Oh.
departments. Not maybe not Jaga, but outside, or is it? Or you just want to keep it for Jaga?
Well, I
basically?
think we're gonna stay busy in Georgia.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, certainly if somebody else asked to use it, I think we would
Okay.
accommodate
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I mean, if we're not scheduled,
Mhm.
you know, we're not trying to make money with it. We're
Right.
trying to make everybody safe.
Sure. Yeah, I get it.
No, that's awesome.
This-
What you put in for it.
Yeah, well, it just goes to show you, you know, it's really easy. You see in the press, you know, Monday morning quarterbacking with these videos and saying, oh, this officer should have done that, or should have done this or that. You know, it's really easy to say when they're not there and they don't see all the, you know, consequences of that. But this will definitely be a good tool for everybody to
I
continue their
remember
training.
years ago when I would go through that, and then the first traffic stop you would make after that, you were like super cautious because you know, you just got done going through these things where stuff's happening, and unfortunately, it's happening more often now in this country.
That's right.
So I think this is going to be great, and I hope you all come out there and
Cool.
give it a shot.
Yeah, thanks
we
for
will.
bringing it.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for bringing
We
it.
will.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I'm all for training. Great.
Yeah.
Great job. Okay. Anything else, Jerry?
It's a motion to adjourn.
All in favor?
All right, yeah. Okay.
Are we supposed to go on a tour today?
Yes, you do.
1 o'clock.
You have to sign these.
Okay.
Where's that at?
At the new building.